What is going on, YouTube world and beyond? I'm excited to come at you with my very first video as an entrepreneur. Yes, you heard it right. I am no longer an employee. I am now focused full-time in Elvira media so I could focus on giving you guys some amazing content. So quick value bomb for you. What up to my B cam over there? We got a little B cam so that way you can kind of see me in my Create t-shirt. Feel free to check it out. I have a link in the bio down below so you guys can grab one of these sweet Create t-shirts, gear, whatever you guys like. Most importantly, the money, the funds that come from this merch goes right back into the content creation that we work so hard to create for you guys. Back to A-Cam here. Got a lot of exciting updates in the world of advertising, marketing, shoes, Uber, delivery, SaaS. So stay tuned. In a recent announcement, I'm a huge Uber fan, by the way. Uber actually purchased an alcohol delivery company known as Drizly for over $1 billion, $1.1 billion to be exact. One thing that I really enjoy about Uber is that they're constantly evolving. They have a huge fleet of drivers and technology that really could power the world. And for Uber to see an opportunity to buy an alcohol delivery company is awesome. So the alcohol e-commerce space is obviously growing, and I guess based off of this article here, that Drizzly hopes to eventually be integrated within the Uber Eats app while also maintaining its own separate Drizzly app as well, which seems pretty cool. Why did Uber decide to invest in an alcohol delivery company? You know, why wouldn't they want to do it on their own? Well, first off, Drizzly's been doing it for quite some time, and they've been an expert. I remember hearing about them a couple years ago and being like, wow, that's really cool, like alcohol delivery, like, and obviously there's a ton of competitors in the delivery and on-demand space, so it'll be interesting to see you know, if Uber, you know, goes after any other players in the delivery game. But yeah, I mean, obviously it makes sense, right? Like, a lot of people are consuming alcohol and consuming, you know, beer, wine, liqueur, and for Uber to see an opportunity to get into the alcohol delivery space and leverage its existing technology and fleet. Think about it, right? Like, Uber has access to a huge fleet of drivers and technology that could really power the logistics world. So an exciting win for Drizzly, the CEO, everyone on the Drizzly team. Also interesting to see, you know, again, what Uber decides to do with it, right? Uber also purchased Postmates in the past as well. And so will Uber be sort of this conglomerate, this monopoly, this leader or big figure in the logistics space? Will Uber potentially buy Lyft? What do you know, would love to hear your thoughts down below, what you think the future of Uber, Lyft, and all of these on-demand delivery spaces is. Another exciting update in the realm for all my sneakerheads, all my ballers, all my Nike fans. Nike actually just released what I believe to be is like the first ever hands-free shoe. Now I know what you're thinking, Mateo, you're a Back to the Future nerd. You know damn well that the Marty McFly Nike Air Max are the first ever, the laceless self-tying shoes. And I'm here to say that this is actually a really dope step up from Nike. As you can see here from the clip that we're watching, it's literally super easy, right? You walk into the shoe, look at how the shoe's built. I've described this as like a pair of slippers in the actual shoe, right? When you see that, when the foot steps out, it's kind of angled, and all you have to do is really just step into it and rock into it, right? I think this is really amazing because this is perhaps one of the first ever, you know, mass-produced like hands-free shoes. Think about this. Like, this is going to be readily accessible to anyone on the market, and it's like that easy, right? I'm hugely passionate about companies that make it easy for their customers, right? Make it customer-centric, right? This is a perfect example of something that's super easy for anyone to do, and it's sort of designed and helpful for a lot of different parties, right? Whether the person wearing the shoe is a 8-year-old kid who's a fencer, whether this person is just into the shoe game, right? Nike has a lot of followers and has a lot of die-hard people that really enjoy the brand and the shoes, right? But also, like, think of the opportunities that this presents for, someone with disabilities or someone who can't bend down and tie their shoes, but obviously still, want a comfortable sneaker or branded sneaker, right? And so this is a great update and some exciting news from Nike. Again, Nike is just a leader in their space, right? In terms of branding, what other company continues to step up their game and continues to elevate and continues to make great products that we so deeply resonate with, right? Like, that check mark is so valuable to people. That check mark is so powerful, right? Super a crazy game. Congrats to Tom Brady for locking that one in. But what really blows my mind, here's a really good article called Sporting News. Take a look at the cost to create a 30-second commercial in 1967. Think about that, $37,000. That's a lot of money now. Imagine how much money that would have been back then. And if we scroll down just a little bit, the prices have continued to grow. What I found really interesting, that it was slightly cheaper to run a Super Bowl ad in 2021 compared to 2020 from here by $100,000, $100,000. Woohoo! Discount $100,000, go all in, right? No, I mean, I think what's interesting here as well is really breaking down the formats of commercials and ads, right? According to this article, there's a couple ways or these commercials are structured, right? Most commercials are about 30 seconds. I would say that's pretty average, right? Being able to get your message across in 30 seconds. Another option here, it says if you wanted to slip in a 15-second advertisement, that's a variation for companies as well. But for companies that are looking to go for that big emotion, right? What do we know to be big emotion brands? I would say like Budweiser tends to go ham, right? Think about it. That's their stage to present their brand story, right? Because what perfect audience for beer and alcohol other than the Super Bowl, right? And so this is pretty crazy to me because there must be some sort of ROI for this, because companies continue to invest thousands and thousands and thousands and millions and just a bunch of money to create these commercials for profit, right? Think about it. Companies are investing so much money in these specific spots because they know that they're going to be able to get a lot of eyeballs and a lot of reach and a lot of attention during these times. And I'd love to hear from you, is it worth it? What kind of companies are going to be leveraging this moving forward? Is it a specific type of companies, right? Are beverage, food, and alcohol companies the ideal companies that should be leveraging these? Well, in recent news, a SaaS company known as Gong.io, anyone listening out there who's in the tech sales space is familiar with Gong. Gong is a revenue intelligence tool. I've known it through my experience as an SDR, using it as an SDR, and it's super amazing and super interesting to see that Gong, for some local networks, actually ended up running a Super Bowl commercial, a Super Bowl ad for their SaaS product. And I'm thinking, I've never seen a SaaS product promote on the Super Bowl. Granted, maybe that might have happened, but I missed it. But to think that Gong, who's a leader in the space, in the SaaS sales coaching space, saw this as an opportunity to get exposure, right? And anyone can really use their tool, any sales organization outside of SaaS per se, but they ended up doing it. And I thought that was really interesting to see SaaS companies using this medium as a way to get their audience, right? Get that attention. And so I'm interested to see how that ad did for them specifically. But I wanted to hear your thoughts, right? Like, what was your favorite Super Bowl commercial? Even if it wasn't this year, what are some of your favorite Super Bowl commercials and why? I think for me personally, I love the Doritos commercials because they make you laugh. Any commercial that makes me laugh, like, that's such a great impression. That's such a great, like, if you laugh at something, you have to feel good about the way you feel about that brand because, like, again, like, laughter is like the best medicine. And like, if a chip company can make me laugh, you bet your sweet ass that I'm buying 20 bags of those things, right? But think about it, right? Super Bowl is like the biggest stage for anything related to advertisement, right? It's the biggest stage for any company to get their name out there. It doesn't come cheap, but it definitely is a great opportunity to get your name out. But it'll be interesting to see, how this pans out moving forward, especially knowing that COVID has really impacted, right? Like, more people are on social media. Do people tend to like not pay attention to the advertisements, or do people look forward to it? So it'll be interesting medium and space to really dive deep and to understand as we move forward, right? So a couple of key points to wrap up this week's episode. First off, Uber is a sleeper, right? Uber started off as a ride-sharing company, but now they've evolved. Not only have they acquired a big competitor in the on-demand food delivery space, but they continue to absorb and adopt companies that fit into their ecosystem. So what can we learn from Uber here? It's to constantly and consistently evolve and understanding the ecosystem in which your competitors and your customers and your product lives. A couple of things, or something that I really learned from Nike: how easy can you make your product usable? And when I mean easy, I mean, look at that. Nike Go Fly E shoe. You literally walk in it and you can step into it, right? I'm wearing some Nike SBs. Let me show you here real quick. Right, they're slip-ons, right? I thought this was easy to wear and easy to take off, but Nike has made it even easier. So again, what can we learn from Nike here? It's to step it up, right? Constantly evolve and step up your game and make it easy for your customers. And last but not least, the Super Bowl ad space. What are your thoughts? Are there companies that will solely rely on the Super Bowl ad space to get their name out there? Is this evolving for other companies to start taking advantage of, right? SaaS companies. I would love to see a small business ad up there, right? Obviously, it doesn't make sense because they're like super expensive, right? But like, what kind of companies can we start to see leveraging this ad space, and does it offer an ROI? And would love to hear down below, again, any of your favorite Super Bowl commercials that you've seen in the past. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I really appreciate your love and support. Again, if you enjoyed any of my content, please hit that like and subscribe button so we can continue to push out amazing updates in the branding, shoe, tech, you name it space. So thank you guys so much. Again, if you like this drip that I'm wearing here, the Crate collection just launched last week. My goal is to take any and every dollar that's made from this merch fund and throw it right back into you guys to create some awesome content. So I wish you all a great week. Hope you enjoyed these updates, and we will catch y'all on Saturday.